Hello and welcome to this YouTube channel. Uh, Today we are going to talk about how I went through a loss. In this particular moment, I want to talk about how my friend died and how it was to me. My friend, we came to know each other when I was very small, and uh, we loved each other. And though she was older than me, I kept her as my friend and she loved me and we were able to work together. And this made me feel so comfortable with her. Um, I know and I knew then that she was not of my age, but uh, we were just good friends. So I grew up still continuing as friends and loving each other, spending times together, going for parties, going for weddings, and talking almost throughout the night, some days. And it was fun. Life was full of fun. And this is a kind of a person that whenever you have a problem, you are able to open up and tell them this is what I'm going through. And I think I felt so comfortable with her, and everybody else knew that we were great friends. So late last year, uh, she she started feeling unwell, and she told me that she felt as if she had a sting on her breast, and she applied some medication, and she thought everything was over. But after some time, the breast started swelling and turning the color, and things started getting worse. She went to the hospital the first time. She was treated, and it's like even it was not discovered what was bothering her then. She continued feeling unwell, and we had to take her back to the hospital because she started feeling a lot of pain. And this time, the breast has started it's like lumps, but not inside, but outside. And it started turning black and very hard. And on the shoulder where the breast was, she started feeling it's like it ached because of the pain from the breast. So one time I was able to take her to the hospital. When I went to visit her, it was on a morning, and I found her in great pain. And I convinced her that we have to go to the hospital, though she believed that the pain would go away, but it never went. And when we took her with another friend to the hospital, we were told that she was very serious and she needed to be admitted. And not only being admitted, she needed somebody to stay by her side. So this time I chose to stay with her in the hospital for 3 days. I kept watch over her at night. During the day, I could turn her, help her in many things, give her some milk and many other things. Though we didn't talk that much that time because she was in pain. Though she was given injections for the pain to go away, but it was great pain. So after some time, the doctor told us that she needed to be taken to a higher level hospital, and there were some tests that we needed to be done, and we were supposed to go with her at home so that the test may be done and we go to the other hospital. So we went home, and this time things were getting worse. We stayed at home. I used to clean her, try to feed her, but this time also she was not feeding well. And the time that we were coming out of the hospital, she could vomit and many other things, and it was really hard. But we tried. We took care of her with other friends, and things continued getting worse. This time, her feet could not rise. She could not take herself to the toilet because her feet were very weak. And it came a point when the feet were numb, and it's like uh, it's like she was paralyzed. So we continued attending her. Sometimes I used to go spend the night with her and talk with her. Though my friend was this kind of a person who is jovial and makes a lot of funny things. Even when she was sick, she could say funny things such that even if she was sick, you could burst into laughter. Um, but we knew because we knew things were not good because of how she used to be. Um, we took her to the for tests, and even the journey to the hospital was very painful, very painful. But we took her there. The tests were done, and things were getting worse. I remember her calling me this morning, and this time also myself I was not feeling well, and she told me, "I need you to come. I need you. I want to talk to you. There's some things I want to talk to you." And it's like I told her myself I can't get out of the bed because I'm not feeling well, and it's like it was hard. But anyway, I didn't go, but some other people took her to the hospital. Now, the higher hospital, and when she went there, I was told that she's now in the hospital. And I went to see her the following day. I found my friend not talking. I called her. She seemed to respond, but um, she could not talk. I tried to feed her. She could not feed. And it was really, really hurting. It was really hurting. But anyway, uh, she was there for some days, and I went there. And it came this time that I was in a meeting, uh, and if most of the time I used to go in the morning or late in the evening. But this time, when I was in the meeting, I felt like I need to go and see her right there. And I asked for permission to move out of the meeting, and I went to the hospital. And when I went to the hospital, I found her husband with her daughter and two other friends. Um, I sat next to her daughter, and she told me, "I have been calling you for quite some time, and I think I didn't hear the call." And I thought I was in the vehicle. Maybe that's why I never heard you or heard your call. And she told me, "Mom is gone." Um, I didn't know how to I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to say. Um, she had she has just died, and it's like the other people could go in and see her body where it was laid, and um, myself I could not make it. Um, it was really hard for me. Um, we had to move the body from the hospital to a nearer mortuary, and that day I cried. I never knew how life could be. This is a friend we have spent decades with her, being very close, being very close. And the future was not that predictable. And we prepared for a funeral, and still I was thinking, how will I ever cope with the death and the loss? And my friend, we shared so many secrets. We shared so many things, and we were very very close. Anytime she felt like she needed me or I needed her, We could call each other, we could go sing together, uh, share stories, listen to songs. And she was this kind of a person who rises and dances, so she could sing some of the songs. And now she was gone. The day came, the burial day, and we buried her. But I couldn't understand how, or how will I cope without her. It was really difficult, and I cried a lot. I cried a lot, but um, that was it. So I'm very happy for those people who supported me. They really prayed for me. Uh, there are people who called me. There are people who hugged me. There are people who empathized with me, and it was good. And the few times that I was able to pray. I prayed, but not that much. I didn't have strength to do it. But I thank God for the people that stood on the gap. Uh, I know prayer played a very big part in my life, and the presence of God. It's like He filled my heart, and whenever I could feel as if everything was getting into pieces, the Lord held me and has been holding me. Yeah, because there are those times that I feel that everything I can't cope. But anyway, the Lord is good, and I really thank God for the people that He has sent along my way to walk with me that journey. It is tough. There are people who are just there for me. Just I felt their presence, even if they said nothing. I felt their presence. I knew they were there, but they didn't have anything to tell me. They didn't have the words to tell me. Um, Somebody encouraged me to exercise uh, so that I may not fall into depression. And I think that this was a brilliant idea also, because I think it has played a part also, uh, because I'm able to exercise, not for shape, not for a loss of weight, but to avoid depression. And I think this is working, and I think it's a good idea. Every morning I have to wake up very early, sometimes at 4 or some minutes to 4, and then exercise, and I'm able to handle the day. And actually, I find that I have a lot of energy through that time. So that's how it was. Yeah, I'm trying to cope with that, and I know, I know nobody can replace her. Yeah, nobody can replace her. So that is it. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much.